And then like the videos that we've been seeing, man, like from in New York and shit like that. I saw a video of this kid get killed, man, like straight up, like shot dead. He was tussling with some laws. They were on top of him. It was two of them against him. And one of the cops went for his gun and just shot the kid. It was like, yeah, motherfucker, like just like that. You know what I'm saying? And like that type of shit. No, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. And like the shit with like they shooting bullets at these kids that are just like standing there, hands up already, shooting rubber bullets at fucking reporters, CNN, like reporters and shit, media shit getting hit by like straight up. They just shoot at them because they have masks on already. Like the mask is really a bad thing, I believe, because like you can't. They're doing this shit. Like they're doing this shit as faceless enemies. Like it's this really. I don't want to go to any conspiracy theories or anything right now because I really don't even believe this is a fucking conspiracy thing. I think this is absolutely true. They want us, the social distancing and the mask and things like that. They want us not to come together. Like they knew something, this type of shit was going to happen leading up to the election. They knew they had to put in some type of plan in place, and yeah, they could have started all over the world. You know how we move? Like it's covert ops. You know what I mean? Like this is just some black ops shit. Like it's time for a fucking revolution. I'm gonna end it at this, man. Like there's a tweet that I tweeted back on March 20th of this year, and it was I was watching videos of this YouTube guy named the channel's called Crash Course, and it was about the French Revolution, 1789, and I tweeted, France in 1789 and America in 2020 like are similar parallels, and I like put the video on there or whatever. Like, dude, that was almost 2.5 months ago. Like, this shit just started this week. The first thing that they did in the French Revolution was storm the Bastille. What do we do here? We burn down 2 precincts. Like we're tired of this shit. History repeats itself, and like we gotta like this revolution this time. If it gets to a civil war or whatever, like it has to be more like how the French did it. Like we have to really show these fuckers we're not playing. If it gets bloody, it's gonna get bloody regardless. Like I'm not scared out here, and I'll leave it at that.
I feel you on like the tea leaves coming together. On I told you when they were trying to demand that we wore masks, I felt that kind of stripped us of our identities. And if you look at the grand scheme of things, there are a lot of, as always, there's always an agenda. Anytime there's media, anytime there's, it's impossible to remove bias to a certain extent. So there's always going to be an agenda. And they've been forcing a lot of agendas down our throats that have kind of tied into removing your identity. Yep. What doesn't really come in, like, doesn't make sense is COVID-19. That's the catalyst for everything.
No, actually, it makes perfect sense because, Mike, the people that are really dying from this shit, like, are people that are like just are already like sick, and I believe that this shit is kind of just accelerating their sickness to make it really seem that, oh, okay, well, I knew this person that knew this person that died. You know what I mean? Oh, did he have a pre-existing condition? Yeah, he had fucking kidney stones, or like he had the pneumonia or some shit, or bronchitis his whole life, some shit like that. Look at the numbers that of the people that are dead in the United States. Like for 2 months, I mean, 100,000 people, and I'm not trying to be insensitive towards this shit at all. But 100,000 people in 2 months, 2.5 months is not, or actually what? Because they kind of started the numbers before then, like maybe 3 months. Dude, and it's all different shit too, because they all have compilations. That's not a lot of fucking people.
The point I'm making, though.
I'm sorry.
Here's the point I'm making, though. That would require the entire world to be complicit with the United States, basically, hey, we're going to globally spread a pandemic so that y'all, hey, just so that we can get our shit together in our spot.
Right. That's why they tried to blame China so bad. Why do you think that they...
Here's the other thing, too, though. Trump, whether you like him or not, you at least know where he's coming from. He always tells you exactly like it is.
What do you mean where he's coming from?
he tried to say, his initial take was that this was no big deal. This was the flu. For your theory to work, he would have had to spread the fear. Hey, this is a big deal. Everybody go behind the scenes.
Right.
Or he's not involved in your theory. He's unknown, like completely outside, like doesn't even realize it.
Okay. Uh, it's reverse psychology.
Not with
It
Trump,
you know
though.
no
Not with
yeah
Trump.
with him because one we should never like believe anything that he fucking says because he's a fucking idiot, right? So if he's saying, oh, it's no big deal, whatever, like, then you're like, oh, hell no, it is a big deal, you know. So like it's to get you in this mentality, like you already know him for a fucking liar. We've been knowing this since before he was a fucking president.
But the thing is, though, then that means the result is that nobody trusts him anymore. Not even that, like, oh, his follower, like his loyal followers are going to remain loyal. But that's also to say, okay, well, that means he's just going to lose a bunch of other people that are on the fringe. I know a lot that he already has. Let's make him look like crap and replace him with Biden. Like that doesn't really.
No, I mean he's losing this whatever type of operation he's losing. They're losing in it. They're gonna lose. Yeah, Biden's a placeholder, dude. Biden's first of all, he's fucking old as shit. He's not gonna last past 4 fucking years. Like God willing that he will last 4 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he picks some fucking a vice president, of caliber that we can, continue on with or whatever. But no, we have to get him fucking in there because we have to get Trump out. And I know I don't give a fuck. It's not really even a conversation of the lesser of two evils or anything, like that with this shit like that. They're both like, like old fucking, white men that have like, creepy records and all that shit. They're, tit for tat, right? But like the way that this shit has escalated from 2016 to now. I mean, just look at the past 5 months. I mean, 6 months. We're just in fucking June, like today. Look at the past 6 months. It's something every fucking month, like leading up to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
I think it's bigger than. Here's where we differ. This is where we differ in opinion. I think I think domino effect. Okay, pandemic. I'll agree with you. Hey, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for us to test out some shit that we never could test out before. Let's test out, making people wear masks. I think with the masks thing, what are you going to start doing when, and this has kind of calmed down a little bit. I mean, COVID is still a thing, but it's not what it used to be. Hold on, Jock dropped off. He's coming back on. Jock, you're coming back at a good time. Yes, the biggest part where we differ is honestly thinking that it was planned, whereas the other one doesn't think it's planned. So I think that the mask thing honestly could be, hey, let's tie that to, hey, we want to test out people wearing masks. But what's going to happen when crimes start breaking out? I mean, COVID's not as big a deal as it was, but when crimes start breaking out, you can't say, oh, pick this guy out in the lineup. We're going to have him say, like, do like this with your eyes. So I think, let me finish my thought. I think it could be, okay, let's test out retinal scanning. Like, okay, I think that could be a thing. So a lot of these things make sense in that, hey, this is a test to try to, try some things out. But here's what I don't think that it was planned. Because if it was planned, again, I think that would require the entire world to be complicit with a pandemic. I think that would require Trump basically saying, okay, fine, I'll lose everything. I'll lose the economy. I'll lose my people when I say this is no big deal and we find out that it is a big deal. It just requires too many, different things to, like, it just doesn't it doesn't level itself out. But I will say the second that the pandemic hit, I will go with you in saying that maybe that was an opportunity for them to jump in. So that we can kind of agree on, but I don't think that it was necessarily planned.
Okay, I understand. I respect that and everything. But to go back about the mask or whatnot, now look at look how these, like I said earlier, how these officers are kind of moving with impunity. They're shooting rubber bullets at fucking like on live TV at the fucking camera and shit like that. I mean, like they're it's the same way that a criminal can like not be like identified or something. They can't either. Like so it they're getting it's like okay in the Wild West. What did the bandits and the cowboys and shit do? They covered their face with like I mean it's the same fucking shit. It's just like okay, well we know there's gonna be we know that there's gonna be some type of unrest. Let's have this thing where it's like okay, both sides have their fucking face covered, so no one knows who the fuck is killing each other, dude. Most of the people that and Jock can attest to this. Most of the people that have fucking like ski masks and fucking like were really fucking wrapped up and shit like that were fucking like weird goth looking white kids. You know what I mean? Like the Antifa kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like I don't, like it's like this shit is like the reason that people are protesting literally, I mean, it comes down to one thing. It's oppression against black people, right? Why are these like the people that are destroying shit? Why are they all like? Why? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's black people looting,
no,
taking
there are a
opportunities.
lot. You're right. There are
Most of the people that are busting this shit up, getting this shit started, are fucking white. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not what we want. That goes totally against like what.
Here's an example right here. Look, I actually got a clip.
I want to add on that though. Actually,
yeah, keep going.
Jump in while I pull up the clip.
So what you said, Chance, is true. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people in the world still think that it's black people that's actually doing this. I had a friend of mine who actually is not a friend anymore tell me, no, seriously, she told me like, hey, well, you can't really get mad because black people are the main ones looting and like you guys are very opportunistic. Like she straight up said that shit, and I was like, I went I'm not gonna tell you guys like what I said and stuff.
You cannot generalize in this like.
But
people,
I mean, if you look in Minneapolis, though, it was more of a split.
But the point I'm making is that people really think that
in Minneapolis they ought to tear that motherfucker up.
People really think that what the media is portraying and stuff. They're like, okay, yeah, it's the blacks. So that's why people that's doing like all this looting and breaking in and shit. We don't want that. Like you said, it's not helping us because they're gonna pin it against us like they're doing right now. And making people think that like, yeah, see, they're angry and they're fitting the narrative, the stigma that we always have about us, So it's just crazy, man. You can try to educate people all day long, but some people just don't want to be educated. Sometimes they still have this narrative and this thing about blacks that we're all bad and we all want to loot and steal. Because she basically said that in my face, bro. Like, or not my face, but just like, that all you guys are like that. I'm like, come on, man. I thought we were better than that, But I see, like, obviously, like, she feels how she feels, so, like, I can't really fuck with people like that. Like, straight up.
You shouldn't have to entertain her, but even if you did, your argument would be like, okay, let's say that is true. Why do you think that is? People are products of their environment. And if you're in a system that doesn't really enable you to have a better environment,
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not even saying that I do agree with that. I'm just saying, like, even for those people that say that, it's like, okay, here's the logical explanation for that, But there's a right and a wrong way to protest things. And I know y'all, did y'all see the video of Acevedo, like, getting all fired up?
Yeah, with the mask, yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good video. This was a powerful video.
Hey, that dude right there.
Keep going, though, because I think you had more to talk about.
Yeah, and, like, you're right. It is a right and wrong way to protest, definitely. Like, all the looting and breaking stuff, like that's not the right way. We should be able to come together and have conversations to feel comfortable, to educate each other. Once again, like it takes a village. Yeah, we know it's a lot of bad cops out there, but there is some cops that are trying to do the right thing, so we can't knock them for that. That's why I respect the chief for coming in by himself, one deep, into a hostile crowd, just to like talk to people. It was some chick literally screaming at him, bro, like fuck you and all this stuff. And he just like let her vent. He was like, okay, like let me have it, pretty much. Like what? Like just talk to me, And she didn't want to talk to him. So it's like, how's it gonna help change if this dude's asking like wanting to talk to you, you're saying fuck you, no, I don't want to talk to you. Like, people have to like stop being so negative. It's like the guy next to me, right? Like it was some white dude who was like, yeah, fuck you. R.I.P. George Floyd, and we don't need you here. And I'm like, bro, you don't speak for all of us. You know, stop saying we. You know, all the negativity stuff needs to stop. I was like,
right.
Look at my skin color. Like, I'm black, bro. I'm black. Like, if anybody should be upset and yelling right now, it's me. Like, we all know that. But I'm not doing that because, like, we tried that. It didn't work. We tried that. For a long time, it didn't work. So
that's why
negativity out, you know? Right. And then he kind of got kind of quiet, and he was like, all right, man, like, I've been through some stuff too. And then I stopped talking to him after that, you know?
Right. But, and also, right there in the same scene, I mean, probably, you know, when you were talking to that dude, there was this kid standing by me, and he was like, yo, I'm not satisfied. When we were kind of just sitting there chilling, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
And, yeah, he was like, I'm not satisfied. And I was like, well, yo, my man, like, what the fuck would satisfy you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can we fucking do right now that will satisfy you? What are you trying to do? You trying to bust a nut or some shit? Like, what do you want? What do you want? And he fucking could not tell me. He fucking could not tell me. And I was like, dude, you don't know what you fucking want. You just a young fucking kid that probably haven't even like experienced any of that shit. Like, don't get me wrong, he was black and like shit like that. But like, bro, there's a lot of people that like really they're just out there kind of just to be out there for like the likes and the, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have, like, if you are thinking about stealing from like a business, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like Foot Locker, a jewelry store, whatever the fuck it is, man. You like get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve to go to jail. You deserve to be shot and shit with rubber bullets or real bullets. You know what I'm saying? Because you're breaking the fucking law. That's not what we're trying to do.